All right, listen up. New York State's Freelance Isn't Free Act, enacted in 2024, is something business owners need to know about. I'm Matthew Brown, and I'm a labor and employment attorney. Effective August 28th, 2024, New York State's Freelance Isn't Free Act requires written contracts for covered freelancers you hire for $800 or more worth of work or multiple gigs adding up to at least $800 in 120 days. This law was enacted in the footsteps of New York City's pioneering law with similar requirements enacted in May 2017. Under state law, hiring parties must know that before a covered freelancer starts work, they must be provided with a written contract that includes these terms: the names and mailing addresses of both parties, an itemization of all services to be provided, the value of each service, the rate and method of compensation, the date on which the hiring party must pay the contracted compensation or mechanisms by which such date will be determined, and lastly, the date by which a freelance worker must submit a list of services rendered to meet any internal processing deadlines for timely compensation. Of course, hiring parties are required to make timely payments to the freelancer on or before the date compensation is due under the contract, or within 30 days of service completion if not specified in the contract. The law also prohibits discrimination and retaliation against freelancers who exercise or attempt to exercise their rights under the law. Lastly, it's important to note that there are steep risks for violating the law. Penalties for violations can include statutory damages, double damages, injunctive relief, attorney's fees, and other appropriate remedies. Also, hiring parties can get hit with a civil penalty of up to $25,000 if there is evidence of a pattern or practice of violating the law. Keep in mind, the New York State Attorney General's Office has authority to investigate complaints of a violation of this particular law as well. So employers, make sure you audit your policies and ensure compliance before it's too late. Follow me for more labor and employment insights.